Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we have a Kickstarter project called Momenta. Save and share your best memories in a unique way. So this is a pendant, but it's more than a pendant. It's actually an app for sharing memories, and they sell a physical good with the code on it. So the video is actually not very good.
Life is about moments. Moments of unique design and code that unlocks moments for anyone you want to share with. Capture a special event or ongoing adventure.
So basically the keychain is just a way to, this guy's speech is not very good. So they made this kind of unique pendant, and it's got a sort of interchangeable charm thing that they can engrave a code on, and the code is a unique identifier. So you type in 19 PS triangle or whatever into the app, and then you can access. It's basically like a Dropbox or like a private Instagram account, and you can, I guess, customize the little logo on the front too. So hypothetically, the only person who knows that it's there is you and whoever you give this to or you share it with. And you can put all kinds of stuff on the app. They have a little demo. Basically, you type in the code, and then you can also control, where. I think it's geo-fenced. Yeah, you can do location-based, so only people sort of in certain places can see it. You have all kinds of privacy rules. You can give out, I guess, the code for a certain amount of time, etc. Guests access, etc. So that's interesting. And I guess the trick is with this one, the unique thing is like there's a physical item, and they're basically selling you the physical item plus access to the app. And they've got all these different things. One interesting thing is sort of looking through this. They apparently this is like the third generation. The first generation, or the second generation at least, was Bluetooth. The third generation actually was QR code, and the fourth generation, which is the current one, is this code-based system. So to me, this is, I'm not super in love with the code thing because codes can be easily communicated to other people. So it's almost like you don't physically need that physical item to unlock anything, which is good and bad, right? Because then, someone could take a picture of your little code and email it around, but they could also do that with a QR code, although they couldn't just read it by looking at it. And likewise, the Bluetooth thing, they physically would have to have it, which sucks if you lose your keychain, right? You can't access your whatever secret photos. So I'm kind of undecided on this one. They actually spend a lot of time in the FAQ actually addressing these kind of concerns, like how's this different just getting a lockbox or Dropbox or whatever. And they say this whole like unique access system with the geofencing and yada 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 is different. I would say based on what it looks like in the app, where they show the app, it looks more like a private Instagram account almost. It's because it's more like a timeline than just a file directory, I think. I don't know. It's hard to tell because they don't have a full thing. Isn't just a fancy QR code? No, because you'd need a QR scanner for that, which their app would probably have anyway. What does the keychain actually do? It's just a personal item with the code on it. And what happens? This is a really good question. What happens in 5 years if you guys disappear? So they say that they'll have a way for you to back up your data. But I'm pretty sure Google's going to be here from 5 years from now. Dropbox, who knows? But there's a lot of people who had Flickr albums and stuff like that. Have spent years and years uploading stuff, and then Yahoo decided to turn it off. So pretty much the only way to be safe is to have it somewhere stored. Put it on a CD, put it in a box of CDs. But even these, 10 years from now, you may not have a player, and on top of that, the discs actually degrade. So I gotta back these things up. So anyway, that just shows you how old school I am. Keep a digital copy. I don't know what, I've got emails from the 90s still in some form or another on my hard drive. because that's just the way I roll. They actually talk about the storage too, so you get 10 gigabytes of lifetime storage, and then I guess after 2 years it goes into something called Glacier storage, which I don't know what that is. That's like not so easy to access or overwrite. Dynamic versus Glacier, I don't know how that works, but basically you get 2 years worth of dynamic. But everyone loves going through the old stuff, right? 2 years ago is not that far. I want to look at the 10 years old stuff. So 10 gigabytes is also a lot, but it's not a huge amount, especially if you're doing video nowadays. So I'm sure they'll find a way to charge you more for it. So let's talk a little bit about the money. First of all, they've only raised $2,000, and they've got 25 days to go. So it's got till March 15th. I don't know when it started, but probably, I guess that doesn't say yet. Probably started a week or two ago. So, that's okay. 4 backers. This is just to get you an icon. That's not actually... So physical thing actually starts at $45. And... Okay, $45 for access to an app plus 10 gigabytes of storage. I guess that's for in perpetuity, as long as this company exists. That's okay, not so bad, and it goes up from there. Non-early birds 53. You can get 2 for only 42 each, I guess, if you're early or before this thing sells out. So they've gotten only a handful of people at all of these levels. But basically, yeah, they have some kind of, what was this, a 4-pack, I guess. Personally, I like the idea of having like a physical key to unlock files. So let's say, the worst case scenario, like you have some pictures you don't want your wife, pictures of your ex-girlfriend on your phone or whatever, to have a way to lock those so that only people who have access can see them. Or let's say like you're one of those Hollywood women who had their phones hacked. They want to take all those selfies and nude pictures with their boyfriends and all that kind of stuff and share it only with him. And then somehow, I guess, block him from doing revenge porn later so they can cut his access. There is some need for protection of personal files, and definitely Facebook and Instagram and all these other things are not doing a good job. Like, you can make a private Instagram account, but people can still do screen captures, Snapchat, disappearing pictures, chat roulette, whatever you want to call it. Clearly those things don't work, especially for protecting you to keep your stuff, not to keep people from stealing it, but just even to keep your stuff safe. So I like the idea, and I like the idea of like attaching a physical thing to it. But if the stuff's going to be stored, like to me when I first saw this, I was like, oh, maybe there's like a memory card in there that you can access if you plug it into your computer or something like that. So it's like some kind of secure hidden USB drive or something like that. Because I don't know, I'm the kind of guy who doesn't lose my keys ever, almost never, ever. Maybe leave them at home, but but don't lose them. But hackers can hack. So are these guys? Is their software going to be so awesomely protected that no one can guess your stuff? That's what Equifax and those other guys thought too, right? So are the files really safe? Do all the security rules really keep people out? Is it hackable? What happens if if they go out of business too? So anyway, as you can see, lots of doubt in my mind. So I'm not going to outright give this guy a thumbs down, but I'm not going to give it a thumbs up, I think. I would like to see more on the app, and if I knew that they were like, if they raised more, if they raised like $2 million, I'd say okay, they're probably going to be around. They're clearly onto something. But at this point, with this product, with this thing, I don't know. I even going back, if it was a Bluetooth thing or some kind of RFID thing, I would be actually more warm on it. Just as it is now with a code on a little secret panel. So I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a -1 degree. So if you're from Momenta, you think I'm being unfair, please leave a comment. If you would like me to review your product, if you're a crowdfunding guy too, please leave a comment and or give me a DM on Facebook or Twitter and at Go Kick Me. and see you guys next time. Give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Okay, bye.